Yep. Let's get into it. So this is your boy JB. Throughout the years, people age, things happen. Our looks, we grow out of our looks, we grow into our looks, we lose hair, all of that. Hair changes colors. We go through it, right? Press rewind when you're done with this video and watch it again. His ears are hanging. His ears here are what you call detached. They're free hanging lobes. Now, throughout the years later on and currently today, his ears seem fully attached, as if he's had some surgery allegedly. I don't believe for one he's had surgery. Still here, ears are free, hanging. Throughout the years as he's gotten older, past 2007, the earlobes became attached. It's almost as if it's a mask. Almost, right? Earlobes still attached. And here the earlobes are not attached, especially in the years that have just passed. And what the fuck is going on here? Look at it again. You know what's going on. That is someone who is an actor underneath a latex suit / silicone mask. Allegedly. And here again, as you can see, the earlobes are attached. So if this is someone wearing a latex suit, then who the hell is it?
And there are times where I do miss the just the mental exercise of figuring out hard policy problems. I joked, somebody asked once, would you have liked to have served a third term if you could have? And I say, I wouldn't have wanted to be out front. But if somebody had said, you can sit in your basement in your sweats and there's somebody else who's playing the president with a microphone in his or her ear and you can just kind of give suggestions in policy, then I might have enjoyed doing that.
Yeah, well, good thing he ain't a problem no more, huh?
This was displayed in Las Vegas the same day as the global outage, but it was only displayed for a band that's going there to perform. Y'all check this out.
Now y'all saw that, and that was recorded with a camera, so it does it no justice. Imagine seeing that in person, right? And you really think that they can't pull that off in the sky? Come on now.
What's a conspiracy theory that you 1000% believe in?
I'm not saying that I helped replace batteries in birds, but
That may be true, but what I don't understand is if it is true and he's a part of the military and he's making TikToks like that, wouldn't that go against some sort of policy that the military got? Somebody let me know.
I just want you guys to know that I am voting for Kamala. Listen to me. I don't give a fuck what anyone has to say, what you may feel. Understand this. We've had years of men. Nothing.
It's all about
I don't
men.
even give a fuck if y'all think she's the worst choice, she's the dumb bitch, whatever.
people with that kind of mindset scares me, bro. And
That's
I'm not even kidding. Like, so you telling me you voting for this lady because she's a woman, right? And also that she's black. People like that are the reason why Sleepy Joe got elected in the first place. You know, it was the same thing with Obama. You know, being the first black person that was running for president at the time, everybody and their mamas went and voted for the man, right? And then years down the line, they want to start crying, oh, he didn't do nothing for the black community. He didn't do nothing. You know, Obama didn't care for the black people. He didn't care for the black community. It's going to be the same thing with this lady. All y'all going to do is cry and cry and cry when nothing happens. When she do nothing for the black community. Like, I don't get y'all people, bro. Y'all just, I don't know, bro. Y'all need help for real. Now, I would understand her saying that if, you know, if she was voting for a policy that Kamala Harris have that support the black community, that's gonna make a change in the black community. That's gonna change the black community for the better. But no, just because she's black.
Although I don't think people with mindsets like this got any power to push that forward, it's still a scary thing to think about that there are people out here with mindsets like that.
Look at this, y'all. Here's what Kamala said when asked about passing something specifically for blacks.
There's not a particular policy for African Americans that you would support. Let's really be clear about that. So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people. No.
Now here's what Trump said when asked about doing something specifically for blacks.
And I'm here today to announce a brand new plan to deliver more opportunity to black communities. We call it the Platinum Plan. Platinum Plan. And that's a contract with black Americans. We will create 3 million new jobs for the black community. Open 500,000 new black-owned businesses. Increase access to capital in black communities by $500 billion.
Ask a Democrat what they're going to do specifically for blacks. I bet you they deflect and start talking about minorities. They'll never say nothing specifically for black people. But yet this woman is trying to sway our black youth doing HBCU tours and even trying to pay them to vote.
And see, those are the problems. I'm a pro-righteous person for those who just come on the channel and don't know. So I don't have a side. I'm more of a independent. I wouldn't even say independent. I'm just for self, and I'm pro-righteous. So therefore, if you're talking righteously, that's what I'm going to go for. So when Trump said what he said, I'm not leaning on the fact that he just said. He specifically came up with a plan for black Americans, right? I'm doing it because he doesn't have to prove that he is for his own people. And he can also be for the others too. Because, I mean, hell, we live in this country too. Why not make a plan for us? I mean, hell, we've been last all this time. Bring us up so we all can be equal. Ain't nothing wrong with that. And if anybody out there feels like it's something wrong with that, you are part of the problem.
Watch this video before it's removed from the internet.
So this is the documented moment of conception. And the sperm enters the egg, and there's this poof of light that comes off of it. Scientists are studying this, and they're looking at it, and they're like, okay, well, it looks like it's a release of zinc, a burst of zinc that comes off the egg, and it creates this appearance. But any way you slice it, they can't explain away that.
One thing they're going to always do is put some sort of scientific word in front of it. Zinc, we know what zinc is. And make it less spiritual. Bro, spirituality is energy.
You know, I genuinely find it funny how so many black people are Democrats, but y'all don't even know the true history about the Democratic Party. How the Democratic Party did not even support integration. They supported segregation. How the Democratic Party did not even support civil rights. They opposed it. The fact that when those crosses was being burned in our family members' yards and our ancestors' yards, it was the Democratic people that supported this party. You know, their name was also called Dixiecrats. But you know, let me just sit back and continue to watch my black people be slow, not be intelligent, and move off emotions. But keep going on and be a Democrat. They gonna hold you down even more and just give you food stamps and tell you a black man don't need to be in the household.
And you know what? I don't always agree with her. She is one of the content creators that I don't always agree with. But I agree with her on this one. And the reason why I agree with her is because a lot of black people don't know the history of the Democratic Party. They don't even know that we recently became Democratic as African Americans in like 1930 something. Before that, we were Republican. In fact, The Republican Party was a coalition for anti-slavery when it first started. I think it was started by Abraham Lincoln. And there were 3 black men present when it was started. A lot of them don't even know that. So we were originally Republicans. I mean, think about the word Republican. We are making the black man's voice public again, right? Because a party is somewhere where your voice can be heard, right? So yeah, I mean, a lot of black people don't know that, and we lack the knowledge, and we continue to keep voting for the same party that keeps us down and that keeps the country divided. But at this point, politics is so watered down, I don't want to be a part of any party. I'm just going to be righteous, and I'm going to go with who is talking the best.
Look, y'all, man, the Democrats are screwed.
Before y'all Democrats start trying to play the race card, I want y'all to understand this. Kamala is not black. Her kids is not black. Her husband is not black. She does not come from black culture. So don't tell me I got to support Kamala Harris because she's black.
He said it first. Don't get mad at me. He said it.
The race pandering from the Democratic Party got to stop. It's really that simple.
And they got me fucked up. I wouldn't dare vote for no black bitch. Now, listen, I was raised by black women, but I wouldn't dare put no black woman in no mother position of the White House.
Kamala Harris. Kamala have not done anything but laugh for the last 3.5 years. She ain't did nothing but laugh her way through.
You vote for that woman, watch what's gonna happen. Watch what's gonna happen. You have nobody but to blame yourself when it happens. Don't you vote for that damn witch.
They done messed around and let sleepy, creepy, geriatric Joe go. Black people ain't messing with Kamala Harris.
Those are facts. And the only black people that are messing with Kamala is black women. Now, I've seen some black men, support it. Roland Martin, I heard he put together some type of Zoom meeting with 43,000 men, black men, to discuss why they should support her. And I don't think it's going to work, but y'all see where I'm going with this.
Listen to Trump talk about Project 2025.
Common sense. I'm not an extremist.
Now remember, there's over 900 pages of this document. You think he read it all?
Like some on the right, severe right, came up with this Project 25, and I don't even know. I mean, some of them I know who they are, but they're very, very conservative, just like you have. They're sort of the opposite of the radical left, okay? You have the radical left and you have the radical right. And they come up with this, I don't know what the hell it is, it's Project 25. He's involved in Project, and then they read some of the things and they are extreme. I mean, they're seriously extreme. But I don't know anything about it. I don't want to know anything about it. But what they do is misinformation and disinformation, and they keep saying, he's a threat to democracy. I'm saying, what the hell did I do for democracy? Last week, I took a bullet for democracy.
He sure did. The least you can do is vote. Let's go.
Well, it's clear that he ain't supporting Project 2025, according to this. One thing that kind of bothers me with Trump is that he doesn't completely explain himself when he talks. He kind of cuts his conversation off. But other than that, though, you can kind of read between the lines and it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? But I just wish he would, finish what he's trying to say.
Scientists discover tunnel on the moon, right? Okay. You're gonna say clickbait, right? Clickbait. I thought so too, so that's why I went in looking for it, but holy mother of... It's the first paragraph in this article that says it all. You know how everybody's like, oh, they always put the information out there, they're very subtle, and they're, let me read this for you. There's a big tunnel on the moon, and we can't be 100% sure of how it got there. But it could be a handy place for humans to live, provided there are no aliens inside. Provided there's no fucking aliens inside? Are you fucking kidding me? Is this a joke? Are you trying to be fucking funny? Cause,
Check this out, you guys, and this is some Truman Show stuff over here, y'all. So this guy goes hiking in the forest, and he comes across this huge wall with trees painted on it, y'all. Check this out. It's like a 3-dimensional look. Look at that, y'all. You could barely tell. And then you see the trees behind that. Like, what is that all about? Bro, y'all see that? It's just like the Truman Show when he got to the edge of the world, y'all, and he noticed that it was literally a wall. A wall that is literally painted there, y'all. Look at this. Look at this, just like the Truman Show. Can't go further than that. But yeah, what is that about, y'all? In the middle of the forest? That's creepy. Like, what do you think they're doing there? The funny thing is, I know there's mythical creatures hiding in the forest, y'all, because they don't want us to see them. They already know what human beings are capable of whenever they come across territory, so why would they want you to see them? But what do you think that's all about, y'all? Let me know what you guys think about this video down in the comments below. And please remember to follow me on all these platforms, y'all, and let's continue to get this shift. Peace in.
Oh, Lord, listen, if Kamala Harris wins this presidential race, right, it's gonna be because of women, period. Black women and the whole feminist movement is gonna be because of that. No research done behind her, nothing. They're just gonna do it because she's a woman and she's a black woman, and they just want to see women in that area of power. Like, bro, it's funny.
He's not wrong. Like, for example, as soon as Joe Biden stepped down and then he endorsed her and she started, you know, engaging with it and accepting it, we started seeing videos like this. And like he said, they're doing it because they're black women and Kamala is a black woman. They're not basing it off of her past. They're not basing it off of her
so-called
They're
black.
not basing it off of her competence. They're basing it off the fact that she's a black woman, and many black Americans have this unrelenting loyalty to being black. So the center of the reason why they support her is because she's black. And then from that, they're then gonna go try to justify it with other things. Like he said, no research, no nothing. I'm voting because she's black. Many of these black women don't even realize that Democrats are not helping them. And we as Americans do not want someone as incompetent as her running the country. She's supposed to be a prosecutor, but in 2020, she was talking about helping bail criminals out from the George Floyd riots. She has seemed to be in lockstep with everything Joe Biden.
That's only because it was only for campaign purposes. She was saying that she was trying to change this crime thing, but we all know her for being hard on crime. Come on now. You got to be a fool. And that's who are voting for her. Fools. Fools, straight up fools.
Done. There's a reason Joe Biden is so unpopular, and it's not just because he can barely walk and talk. That's just icing on the cake. Again, we do not want a person in power that a bunch of people just voted for simply because she's black and a woman. We should be voting based off of competence and policies. But too many people today are playing identity politics. And again, we do not want to let the identity politics people win. We don't. That's not a world we want to live in. Meritocracy and competence. Any day of the week over DEI.
Now, why should you be offended? You would think, oh, well, yeah, we black people, we supposed to support our black folk, blah, blah, blah. Okay, let me explain something to you. You should be offended beyond rapport because of the fact that somebody is willing to put someone in a seat for their color, even when they're not qualified to do a favor for you. Let me explain to you how the last 4 years have went, up 3, coming into this 4. Let me explain something to you. So for the first three years, Kamala has not cared about the black community, okay? Kamala and Biden have been doing everything in their power to support illegal immigrants.
Yes, they have.
They have been coming in this country. They getting your benefits. They putting their kids, these illegal immigrants are going into your kids' schools. They in the hood. They're taking over. You're no longer relevant. They're taking over, okay? But then on top of that, okay, they're giving them money. They're giving them credit cards. I mean, they're booking them, taking them. You got immigrants coming straight out of Mexico living better than you did, and your ancestors done built this country up. Boom. Let me explain something to you. That's how valuable you are to the Democrat community, okay? But now, boom, year 4. It's election time. Y'all, we ain't really did nothing for these niggas. I guess we got to do something. Let's call up Kirk Franklin, and he come to the White House.
Yeah.
Kirk Franklin went on that stage
They knew.
with them tight shorts.
They knew what they were
tight
doing.
suit and that extra low button top that he wears on stage. And he danced and he got a check. And that was for you. They paid him to please you. That's how important you are. When
Minstrel
Hillary
show.
wants to campaign, she don't actually focus on issues in the black community that are needed. She says, oh, I got hot sauce in my bag, boo. Are you pandering to us? Is it working? Oh, y'all forget. Your memory is terrible. Y'all forget. She said, is it working? That's how valuable you are as a vote. That she don't even got to invest to get your vote. She don't even have to work and put the agenda in and start to show proof to get your vote. Black woman, black man, you so special to be black. You so special to be black that you don't even get no benefits for it. We'll just put Kurt Franklin in and let him dance for the day. That'll do.
Yeah, let him dance like the clown that he is. And he put on a good show.
This is crazy if you're not aware of this.
Doing though, in January of this year,
Listen.
you rolled out a new phone app called CBP1, an app for a cell phone. I've got a picture of it behind me here. This phone app allows, and I'm going to quote from your own fact sheet, it allows, and I quote, non-citizens without appropriate documents for admission to schedule an appointment to come to the border. They can now go on their phone and schedule a time to come to the border and then be admitted. And you identified 7 separate border points of entry where they could come. 5 of them in Texas, 2 of them in California, 1 in Arizona. It's like a concierge service for illegal immigrants. My question is, you didn't think the border crisis was bad enough that now we're going to have an app that allows illegals to schedule their appointments and come and be admitted to this country?
I know a lot of people that watch my videos aren't voting for Kamala. And if you are, that's your choice. I can't be mad at you. But I urge you to do some research before you finalize your decision and not make it based off your emotion or just because you think she is black, because she isn't. There's way too much proof out there for you to say that she is black. That she isn't. She may look like it, but you know, all skin folk ain't kinfolk. For the ones I know that aren't voting for, y'all already know where I'm coming from with this. If there was a level-headed black person in there running against Trump and they were saying the right things, and I know for a fact that these people have the black Americans' best interest at heart, that's where I'm going. So I'm not going to the other side just because I'm trading on my people. No, I'm going because that's the only other option we have, and it's pretty much the best option at this point. I need for people to look down, especially my people. Look deep down in yourselves and say, this ain't just for me. It's for me, my daughter's future, my daughter's future, and generations to come. So this is how we got to think when we go out here and cast this vote. We can't just say, oh, the first ever black woman. We did that with Obama, the first ever black man. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm guilty. I voted for the man. But when I saw what happened while he was in office, it made me be more careful with my vote. I was a lot younger. That was like my first time ever voting when he got in office. I think I was in my early 20s. But now I'm a whole lot careful. I haven't voted since then. Nah, for real. I haven't voted since then. And I plan on voting again this year. But I haven't voted since then because it's just politics have gotten really outrageous now, and it's so watered down to the point where got TikTok exposing things that I didn't even know was going on in the G word. But now that I know, I definitely have to be strategic about my vote, just as you should be. Your vote should be like a piece of gold to you. Once it leaves your thought process, you can't change it. It is what it is. You've made that decision. And now you got to deal with 4+ years of that decision that you made. You can't complain and say, oh, it's hard out here. Oh, things are getting tough and this, that, and the third, when you voted for a person that actually made it hard for you. I'm not going to rant because I've probably been ranting this whole video, but I just want my people to think about that. This ain't even for the white people to watch my channel. This is for my people. Think. Use your head for a change. Go research. And I ain't talking about just go look at some TikTok videos. I'm saying go and do some research. I would recommend you to go DuckDuckGo. I would recommend you use that search engine because it gives you a wider range of articles and different things that you can read and research, use for research, reference pages and things of that nature. Google is okay, but Google only goes so far now. So yeah, DuckDuckGo is probably the best thing you want to do. So I urge you, man, to think critically when it comes to this. I ain't begging you, I'm urging you. And you're still gonna make your own decision regardless. Whoever you choose to vote for, I just hope that it makes sense to you on why you're doing it, not for some simple reasons. Not for simple reasons, but hey, like I always say, do what you will with that information. And hey, if you like what you saw, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn on that notification bell so you know when I upload. Get in the description, follow all my social media. And remember, challenge the argument and not the person.